I currently work for
Little Dilly Who parties. I know what you guys be doing behind closed doors. Still waiting on my invite.
You don't get it.
Hey, I'm coming with you. Still waiting on my invite. Been trying for years. Can't get in Canada.
Yeah, you got one kind of hardware.
I just think maybe she has an input
Yeah,
into
you can always, of course, you can always.
Sorry, guys, computer died for 2 weeks.
Yeah. So my husband wants to know.
Okay, so next week we're gonna have to hold on.
So how long?
I was like, I don't know. That's just not.
Next time we have to do what?
We have to call this very sad. I felt like I was walking out.
I felt like, yeah.
It just didn't feel
Well,
natural.
I think that's why both you and Nacho stayed here versus here.
Yeah.
Because you're either on the table or on.
And the more I had to think about, like, if I was stepping on you guys, the more I was not articulating what I was trying to say.
Do you see some potential opportunities here? Let's spark your interest.
I would say that I can definitely see the opportunity. I definitely feel something. And I know that was something I so basically, if you're doing like in-home learning.
Yeah, well, some people are really into the parties, and some people are more into like one-on-one.
Oh, yeah.
Which there's benefits to it. Because about parties, so instead of spending 5 hours with 5 people, you get them all in one spot, hour and a half, knock it out. But there's some people that just aren't. And that's okay because the thing about this, okay, the Dilly. Could you imagine doing, so I call them, could you imagine sitting down one-on-one with someone at Starbucks talking about Dilly foods? Probably not happening, right? It has to be a party environment, which limits some people don't host party. When I first started, I did the parties so I could learn how to do them, so I could train them. I do a lot more like sitting down in one-on-one at Starbucks, like to go down, like there's the when there is a connection, then I say, okay, well, let's choose. See if there's an opportunity. And so I do a lot of ones. And for busy it's nice to have a function. You know what I mean? Because if I don't have time to do a party this week, I don't that's Starbucks conversations. And yeah, so there's different ways to do it. How are you? I have a training job. Pretty well about myself. And I started seeing 4 years ago. I walked in the top of and then I opened up the kiosk to talk about I had two retail locations. And that was profitable and successful. I was at the mall, I see guys with part of my now I'm at the mall. It's not why. I thought they started my business. You know what I mean? So check out the kiosk and even let's go back to the vendor. Where? Where's that? Spain? Okay, I have a single agent in regionals living in Spain right now. She actually built a business here and then moved to Spain. You still have customers. Excited to get you. I'm sorry, I'm sitting here like I'm gonna get you back. James, who is this? Where did my because if you could bring like 10 more of these,
you want to know? I drove. I had an appointment at.
We had the Dilly Who party.
What is
No,
that?
I was actually at work.
What did I? Was it Panera? Not Panera. What is that right there?
Panera.
Panera. Yeah, I had an appointment at Panera. And she had a magnet on her sign on her car for that.
Nice.
So you know how we roll. I'm like,
oh yeah, yeah.
And then I see 404. You know, how much longer? Yeah, I'm like, oh, just Georgia, Atlanta. Yeah, right. Well, just hey mama.
Hi.
Secret
Nice to meet you.
I'll let you guys kind of connect, but you said you saw some opportunities here. This band, I think social media, development, marketing. And so I'll let James kind of really like how
I gotta live up to all that? Man,
you can pay me
let me
later.
walk into it.
I have to get ready to train there. If you want to stick around, please do.
If you can.
Or there's an amazing gentleman who's about to it's 22.
Oh, that's you.
Is it?
Nice. You talk about me and yourself. Sweet. What is the
Oh,
So you have half a day for the training. You can if you want to. So our worker Tony said you've seen some value in the opportunity. So of the different packages, which one kind of jumps out at you?
I would personally love to start at the middle package.
Right.
Have that line around right
You got what, 5 minutes? See my spot.
Eric. So, it sounds like a great opportunity. Like, if I can being able to distribute the content that doesn't really work. And that's something that everyone's not able to help. Where else do they have really go enough. Or maybe they don't know enough. But it's something that even on their own, they like
Because we really like to promote the party. We haven't had a party in much. We haven't done a party in much. Probably 90% of our business is really. We run another business for about 5 years, full time instead of time. So when we transitioned, we made a commitment that when we're doing these things, that we really try to focus on people that we connect with, become leaders and stuff. So we're kind of selective, but we don't just sponsor everybody. You know, I know we can just be something for everybody. We're really trying to partner up and work with people that understand, you know, this type of business. Why when I I think and I was in a hurry and I wanted to do something because I know, irregardless of the level of success, I know that by joining that type of business, typically with that business, for us, seeking value, bringing entrepreneurial, doing business people, typically a lot of the things that sometimes are hard to train the average person to reach out to. People like that, like yourself. You know, something else to mind that we have someone down on the ground that we brought into the team. That's right outside of, you know, so I don't know what they're doing well. Yeah, a little bit. And then, yeah, so this is one thing for us here. Yeah, we work in that market for himself and for us, like we're helping connect. So anybody that you're connected to, we have someone on the ground down there. Even if somebody from him, or the company's really good with, we've been done very well with connecting people on putting some product in front of them. My recommendation, anybody that would go down there, maybe not having to explain so much about their business, but at least he has product down there that he can put in front of them and we can explain the business opportunity. That way, he's not doing all the heavy lifting. But one of the things I really like about the company is that, irregardless if you're somebody else, everybody helps everybody. You know, if you know someone saying, hey, I got somebody that's in Phoenix, we can reach out to our market, find somebody that's connected to somebody in Phoenix, and they'll help us. They don't do anything. So we've done, you know, we've created a community like that, so that everybody's out there. Like you almost don't want to not know because of what you do. So I guess at this stage, are you in this day or a little bit? It'll probably be, I'm looking right now. 3 hours. Yeah, so if you can, I mean, are you? Even if it's not right now, on a scale of, just to give you an idea, on a scale of 1 being not really interested to 10, I'm really interested. That'll give me an idea. Oh, really? Okay. So, and then when would you, so even if it isn't the full set, even if it was a smaller set, just to get started, I know you said see the value of something. You're here locally, so one of the advantages you have upgrade would be the fact that we have multiple all the time. So anybody that would hopefully be working with us. Again, I got a couple people I'd like to show. Well, in the beginning, we're going to be doing all the work. We're going to be connecting with us. And we're going to be with you sitting down with all those people. So even if you come in at a smaller time, we'll be out all the time. Don't be worried that if I don't have, if you don't have all the products, we can't sit down with you. Maybe take a little pressure off you having to come up with the money to do the kids. So that being said, you see the value of each to 550. Did I do that? It's the music. So what you're saying is, maybe not just right now. So what if we could come up with some other way, put a package together. So these are the few that we like to promote the most to get people active. But if somebody wants to get started, we actually have 5, 6 products typically is what we recommend for someone that's going to use the products themselves and then work their way up. But it is a good way, especially with us being here in the market together. So it would be $49 for an agent and then $150 for the kids. Instead of $550, which with shipping and tax is like $220. So is that a little bit more? Is that better? Okay. So and then you'll just let me know when you think that might be something that you can do, when you would want to do it. You have a time frame that's Okay. So then we'll just stay connected. And then if you want to come back out, we have another meeting. Once every month or 2 days, where we bring in 6 or 7 maybe regulars, guys. That's just Saturday.
In prosperity. I look at the kind of money that's being created here and the generosity of this company. I mean, it's crazy.
Money will always come and go. But
Hey, Casey, you know what time on Saturday is the Yonomi?
You wake up every day now and say, no, he does it alone.
And I pray for the opportunity. I pray for this.
And a lot of us have walls in our life. I had a lot of walls in my life that was holding me back. Now we've got to decide, look, you know what, our past is important. But whatever you do, you have to keep moving forward. The goal of the future has to be greater than your days past.
Don't just sit there and watch the people around you. You gotta look at yourself in the mirror and say, am I giving it all I have? You are in charge of that line.
It's you that's going to determine your success.
Go there and take the time to wow.
Look at this cash money. We're going to take this company, guys. We're going to take everybody through to
to be a legacy company.
It's going to be much company, and I'm going to be a part of it. You can find the best compensation plans, you can find the best products for this leadership of this company that is so incredible.
Just so you know, we're going to utilize every talent that you have.
We're giving you awareness, but I know it because I went up there and I did it because I was inspired in my heart.
You equip and empower and lift up the people, you will have the lifestyle you want. Let me tell you something, when you want to be successful, you want to do it.
Get ready. It's just the beginning.
This is for everyone here. We are not moving. This is not about content. This is about the health of the skin.
You guys realize the power of my body. They don't go one cup. They go, oh, wow.
Don't you guys agree? This is the type of videos we look for in this organization.
So here's the reason we promote, and the only reason we really
You guys
promote
just
this, and not so much
have fun.
this, we don't want people to have it, just kidding. There's just a
That's what I'm talking about.
the only time that we recommend is if someone sees a product, you know, sees themselves once they get going, upgrading. Once somebody joins, everybody. Good.
How's everybody feeling? I'm so excited to have everybody here. All right. That is my partner.
See?
All right,
The
guys.
brains and the beauty is here, guys.
The brains, the brawn, and the beauty. Actually, I'm the brawn. He's the brains and beauty.
Guns on her.
Just kidding. All right. We're here to let you guys in on some fabulous promotions. So
Absolutely. So, by raise of hands and woos, how many of you are registered for Ignite? Any of you that are not registered for Ignite, did you hear that? Did you hear the excited enthusiasm? Guys, not only do we have every single one of our top income earners in the entire company, I'm talking about people that are making $100,000 a year, $250,000 a year, $1 million a year. Actually, he was just doing a welcome call for one of our new agents out of Denver. Not only making $2 million a year, but he was very confident that they're approaching that $3 million mark in 2015.
Stop it.
I would not stop it, even if I could, which I can't, so I won't. Okay, so guys, imagine collapsing the most amazing trainers, not just for secret, but the most amazing trainers, personal growth and development, goal setting, financial, responsibility, positive mental attitude, and leadership into one weekend. It's unbelievable. You can't even put into words the experience that you have at one of these international conventions. How many of you have been to one of our international conventions before? You ever try to explain to somebody? Like, it's like, oh my God, it was like, oh, and then, oh my God. There's a lot of sound.
all of a sudden you forget words.
Yeah.
You can't put sentences together. You just make noises.
So for those of you that are not registered, please get registered as soon as possible because prices of tickets continue to increase.
Also check for airfare. Right now, tickets round trip are about like $320 is what I've seen. About $300, $320. And the closer we get to the convention, the higher those ticket prices are going to be. How many of you are taking advantage of the chartered flight that the charter, you know, 'cause the Midwest, we just put together chartered flights.
We just started playing. We just,
You know, we're like, oh,
we just
let's get a bus. I'm like, no.
We're like, no, we're gonna charter.
No, we're gonna get a plane. Okay, right, it is gonna be hot in there. So, okay, guys, everyone excited about Ignite? Woo! Moving forward a little bit closer, we have a small sliver of Ignite coming to us.
Oh gosh, guys, David Yanami. So who knows Tim Hurt?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right, this is Tim Hurt's brother-in-law, so Jill's brother. Okay, and this guy is a barrel of fun, like a barrel of fun. And I don't think what a lot of people don't know about David Yanamini. I think is he 26, Steve? He's 26 years old, and at one point in time, he was actually sleeping on Tim and Jill's couch because he was not very successful. He was not making money. He was struggling pretty badly. And as soon as he partnered with this vehicle that we all know and love called Secret, that was it. The shackles came off. The guy had so much success. And part of it is because he is a huge dolphin. He loves to have fun. This guy loves to have fun. And what better way to have fun than with Secret, right? Because we can have so much fun sharing the product and the opportunity with people. I mean, there is no fun, and that's why this guy's having so much success. Also, he's a huge Packer fan.
Yeah.
I know there's some haters in that audience out there, but exactly. So I can connect with David because I'm a huge Packer fan, so I can't wait to get 5 minutes with him so we can talk statistics while he's here, and we can kind of forecast how my team is going to do this year. So please don't miss it, guys. It's coming up this Saturday, July 18th, right here at the Clarion. Overview starts at 1 p.m. The train at 5 p.m. Don't miss this opportunity to sit down in front of somebody who is already making 6 figures, who already has paved the way for other people to do the same thing within this company. You know, he's going to just ignite some things inside of you that you probably never even knew that had existed, and we're just going to have some fun. Who wants to have some fun?
Yeah.
Yeah. We're going to have some fun with this guy.
Ladies and gentlemen, guests, as always, for all our VIP events are free. Now, because this is a regional event, and we'll be using put a lot more into it, to fly in these guest speakers for you. For agents, right now is $20. Okay? $20 covers the entire day, all of the training. We have Angie, regional tickets, yes. Round of applause for Angie and all. Guys, pick up your today is the last day that you can get tickets for $20. At the door, they go up to $25. Save $5. Just get your ticket now. If you don't have cash, that's okay. We've got the little swiper thingy, the square reader, chase reader thing. I got mine if you need one, I think. I don't know. Whatever. You can pay us in wheat and chicken if you have to. Just get your ticket. Get your ticket and be here because this gentleman could possibly change your life. Someone like this and get trained, it's incredible. Comments, concerns? Okay. So, yes, sir. What's up with the dinner? What's up with the dinner? For those of you that didn't know, we ran a friendly competition here in the Milwaukee Marketplace. The first 10 agents to 20 mud demonstrations is being catered a VIP steak and shrimp barbecue as well as a comedy cafe thing afterwards. So we really that time to be determined. That is this Friday. This Friday. Yeah, we got it all figured out. Don't worry. Your steak and shrimp will be there. That's all I care. Okay, good. I know. As soon as these two heard food, they were like, done. They knocked it out in like 48 hours.
Dude, you put food on the line.
I know.
So for all of you in the room that qualified for that, we will send details out to you this week via messenger and or text.
Yes. They know that we take a segment every week on personal development, personal growth, right? We play a video from one of our favorite either authors or presenters or trainers And this one coming up is Simon Sinek. Sinek.
Yeah.
What the book Ignacio started? Man, this book changing people's lives. He's been on different featured YouTube channels because of his expertise in leadership development. We're going to play a short 5-minute video. It's going to tie in with our training, okay? James, could you turn down the lights for me? And turn down
Turn down what?
Thanks, James. Let's do it. Let's see.
It's Ted. That's right.
I call it the golden circle. Why, how, what? This little idea explains why some organizations and some leaders are able to where others aren't. Let me define the terms really quickly. Every single person, every single organization on the planet knows what they do, 100%. Some know how they do it, what you call it your differentiating value proposition or your proprietary process or your USP. But very, very few people or organizations know why they do it. By why, I don't mean to make a profit. That's a result. It's always a result. By why, I mean what's your purpose? What's your cause? What's your belief? Why do you get out of bed in the morning? And why should anyone care? The way we think, the way we act, the way we communicate is from the outside in. It's obvious thing to the fuzziest thing. But the inspired leaders and the inspired organizations, regardless of their size, regardless of their industry, all think, act, and communicate from the inside out. Let me give you an example. I use Apple because they're easy to understand and everybody gets it. If Apple were like everyone else, a marketing message from them might sound like this. They're beautifully designed, simple to use, and user-friendly. Want to buy one? Meh. And that's how most of us communicate. That's how most marketing is done, that's how most sales is done, and that's how most of us communicate interpersonally. We say what we do, we say how we're different or how we're better, and we expect some sort of behavior, a purchase, a vote, something like that. Here's our new law firm. We have the best lawyers with the biggest clients. We have, we always perform for our clients, do business with us. Here's our new car. It gets great gas mileage. It has, leather seats. Buy our car. But it's uninspiring. Here's how Apple actually communicates. We do. We believe in challenging the status quo. We believe in thinking differently. The way we challenge the status quo is by making our products beautifully designed, simple to use, and user-friendly. We just happen to make great computers. Want to buy one? You ready to buy a computer from me? All I did was reverse the order of the information. What it proves to us is that people don't buy what you do, people buy why you do it. People don't buy what you do. This explains why every single person in this room is perfectly comfortable buying a computer from Apple. But we're also perfectly comfortable buying an MP3 player from Apple, or a phone from Apple, or a DVR from Apple. But as I said before, Apple's just a computer company. There's nothing that distinguishes them structurally from any of their competitors. Their competitors are all equally qualified to make all of these products. In fact, they tried. A few years ago, Gateway came out with flat screen TVs. They're eminently qualified to make flat screen TVs. They've been making flat screen monitors for years. Nobody bought one. And Dell came out with MP3 players and PDAs. And they make great quality products, and they can make perfectly well-designed products, and nobody bought one. In fact, talking about it now, we can't even imagine buying an MP3 player from Dell. Why would you buy an MP3 player from a computer company? People don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. When we communicate from the outside in, yes, people can understand vast amounts of complicated information like features and benefits and facts and figures. It just doesn't drive behavior. When we communicate from the inside out, we're talking directly to the part of the brain that controls behavior, and then we allow people to rationalize it with the tangible things we say and do. This is where gut decisions come from. You know, sometimes you can give somebody all the facts and your figures, and they say, I know what all the facts and details say, but it just doesn't feel right. Why would we use that verb? It doesn't feel right, because the part of the brain that controls decision-making doesn't control language. And the best we can muster up is, I don't know, it just doesn't feel right. Or sometimes you say you're leading with your heart, or you're leading with your soul. Well, I hate to break it to you, those aren't the other body parts controlling your behavior. It's all happening here in your limbic brain, the part of the brain that controls decision-making and not language. But if you don't know why you do what you do, and people respond to why you do what you do, then how will you ever get people to vote for you or buy something from you, or more importantly, be loyal?
Yeah, that was a short burst of friggin' awesomeness. That dude was pretty intense, huh? He's got an entire video. Ignacio actually turned me on to Simon, and he showed me a video. It's called "Why Leaders Eat Last."
Oh, that's a good one.
Why Leaders Eat Last, and it's like an hour-long video where he breaks down to like a physiological, like the chemicals you produce in your brain that drive behaviors, and it's crazy, huh? Yeah. So, but the reason why we wanted to play this video is because he talks about the video.
Why?
Knowing the reason why you're doing anything that you're doing. And again, tonight we're going to train on some stuff. These are universal concepts. These are not secret, specific ideas, philosophies, or trainings. These are fundamentals that you can apply to every aspect of your life, okay? I want you guys to understand that everything we're training on is universal. We will put it in the context of secret to help you have more success in your business, but I always tell Sharice, we're a personal development company, and I love the way he says it in there because I say it. We're a personal development company that just happens to have kick-ass skincare products. That's right. Right? That's what we are. And the personal growth and development of our organization, our team, and our family is the most important part of our business model. So Sharice is going to talk a little bit about consistency, because right now, how many of you right now are seeing a little bit of a challenge in your business with the summertime? How many of you are experiencing, you're competing with Summerfest and pretty soon State Fair and all the different festivals and graduations and weddings and barbecues and the lake and the Wisconsin Dells, because we literally have 90 days of decent weather before. Right? The challenge that we have a lot of times, though, is that we become inconsistent with our daily activity in our business, not just in the summertime. You see it affect time because your inconsistencies are brought to light because you're battling other distractions from people. Inconsistencies are typically happening all year round, and that's why you're not hitting that next level in your business, or you're not achieving that next goal. It's because you simply start, then stop, then start, then stop, then start, then stop, then start, then stop. And we're going to talk a little bit about consistency now.
Yeah. So I'm going to just share with you guys a couple of slides quickly, all right? I love puppies. All right. So, guys, let's talk about brand new puppy, right? When you stay consistent with their training, right? So if you're making sure that you are nurturing and training this puppy, getting him on a time schedule, not only for eating, but for going to the bathroom, so that he can be potty trained in a timely manner and not going all over your kitchen and your dining room. You get this very well-behaved, lovely puppy. But what happens if you don't stay consistent, right? If you don't stay consistent with the schedule and the eating and just the overall, making sure that this dog is on the right path, you get a naughty puppy. You get a naughty puppy that poops and pees in your dining room and that gets into things he's not supposed to get into, that eats socks and slippers and high heels. So that's what happens when you stay consistent versus inconsistency of the training. Gardening. Does anybody in the room garden or grow plants or anything like that? I'll tell you guys right now, I do not have a very good green thumb at all.
I just kill all my grass.
Kill the grass.
So Spidey, Heather, you guys can both relate to this, okay? What happens when you plant that seed and you start cultivating and you start ensuring that your crops, they flourish, right? You plant a tomato plant and now you see the tomatoes. You plant some zucchini or squash and now you see that. You plant, whatever it is that people plant and they see it, right? It takes daily consistent discipline in order to see the progress and reap the benefits of it. What happens when what happens when life comes up, right? And you plant that seed and you stay at it for a couple of days or a couple of weeks, and then all of a sudden, I don't know, life happens, right? Or, you take a vacation, you're gone for a couple of weeks, and there's nobody watching this garden. Nothing. Nothing. You're left with nothing. Something that you started that you wanted to see bloom and flourish turned into nothing but dry, dirt, right?
Okay.
Yes. Money. Does anybody in the room have a savings account? Congratulations. I want to thank you guys and commend you for being, responsible with your finances. It's not easy for everybody, and to those that don't have a savings account, I'm not pointing out anything bad, because sometimes we live paycheck to paycheck, but that's why we're here with Secret, right? So that we can get some money and put it into your savings and do something good with that. But if you're responsible and you're consistent with putting money away, for me, for example, I had a savings account before I met Tony, which turned out to be great, because when he decided to put a ring on it, we had a savings account that already had a few $1,000s in it, so that we could start, putting more away for the wedding. We have backup money in case of any type of emergency, whether it be a car or a death in the family or whatever the case may be. Because we were consistent with our finances, with putting money away, we have something to show for that. What happens if you're not consistent with your finances? You need help, right? You need to find that consistency in order to put money. People that don't do these things or aren't fiscally responsible or financially responsible, they find that they are actually more hurting and more in debt because they were not consistent with the simple daily disciplines of putting money away, whether it's 1%, 10% of whatever it may be. So just to show you guys like what happens when you stay consistent versus what happens when you don't stay consistent with something.
And here's the thing, guys, is consistency is a type of discipline. Right? It takes discipline. And discipline is, guess what? It's hard. It's hard. It's hard to discipline yourself to do the things that yield the results that you want. But do we go to work every single day? Does it take discipline to go to work? Absolutely. Do we have rituals and routines every single day? For those of us that smoke, do we smoke cigarettes every single day? Is that a routine? Is that a ritual? Absolutely. Okay. For those of us that go out every Wednesday night for the bar league or the pool league or the dart league or whatever, is that a consistent behavior, right? That's good. So here's the thing, is that you are consistent in a lot of areas of your life. It's just that most of us, because of a lot of reasons, a lot of conditioning, a lot of variables and factors, we're the most consistent at the worst things in our lives. Right? We're consistently negative. We're consistently spending money that we don't have. We're very, very consistent with the things that are almost doing more damage than they are doing good. So we could switch that. You can be more consistent with more productive things. It just takes work. It takes discipline. All of this takes work, guys. I'm sorry to break that to you. It all takes work. It takes work and commitment and dedication to have that well-behaved puppy and that beautiful garden and that booming savings account. Okay? So what are some reasons why people lose their consistency when they start doing something good? Like you start going to the gym, right? This is a big one for me because I love working out, but I get distracted very easily from my workout routine. How many of us go to the gym like the first week, you're feeling good. Second week, you're like, boom, back in it. Right? Third week, you're on fire. You're about to go start competing at fitness model competition. Fourth week, what happens? Fall off. Right? You miss one day. That's okay because you still squeezed in your 2. The next week, though, you missed 2 days, but it's all right because you know what, you did a full body workout that one day you were there, so it doesn't, it still counts. And then all of a sudden, just everything goes down. And what are some things that cause us to break our consistent activity or break our behaviors? Habit? Like, what are some examples? Specific examples. I want to know, what are some things that distract you from doing what you know you should do? Oh, man, you hit it on that. 30 more minutes of sleeping, especially if you don't have a job, that's really easy to do. Like, shoot, we don't have to get up. 10 more minutes. Yes. Sleep, yes. Excuses. What kind of excuses? I could procrastination, putting it off. I can do it tomorrow. What else? Kids. Who's got the kids? Ooh, you got the kids. You can't come on Monday night. I got the kids. It's a disease or something. Children, though, family in general. What else? So, how many of you have friends or family that will take you out of the game? That will bring you back to a place that you don't necessarily want to go, right? Whether it's going out to the bar for a drink or just indulging in really negative, poisonous activity and behaviors, conversation. Ugh. And it brings you back, and all of a sudden you walk away from that situation, you feel like you need to take a shower.
Rita had a good one.
Facebook. Stop.
Wow.
We played a video. What was the video where they were talking
Brandon
about?
Bouchard.
Yeah.
Stop scrolling.
Stop scrolling, guys. Stop scrolling.
You fatigue your brain. You literally fatigue your brain.
Yes.
And you cause it to not be able to make simple decisions, because when you're scrolling, what happens is that you are using all of that brain memory and that muscle to pick something and focus on it. So when it comes time to you really having to focus on something, your brain is so fatigued to the point where it's like, you can't get it done. You just can't.
Facebook can be a time limit.
Facebook is the
It could be a time limit. Seriously. How many of you went on Facebook and you actually had a goal? Like you're like, I need to send this person, I need to send one person a message. 45 minutes later, you still haven't sent the message.
45 minutes later, now
Right?
posting puppy videos.
Right? You're like, oh, yeah,
Tagging people and stuff.
guys, you realize that it's designed to be that way, right?
Yeah.
Guys, you realize that Facebook is designed to keep you mesmerized so that they advertise to you constantly, right?
Yeah.
You realize that every video you watch typically has a small commercial at the beginning, and on the sides of everything you're doing on Facebook, there's all these little ads. Then you can't ignore those. Subliminally and subconsciously, you're being just brainwashed, really. Advertised to, programmed, and brainwashed constantly. And all these short little clips and funny videos and cats hanging from trees and kangaroos choking each other out. And you see that one, by the way? Love kangaroo choking each other out. It keeps you trapped. It keeps you trapped, and so that you can be advertised to. It's crazy.
Look it up like
I know, man. Just watch that one. You gotta watch that one. This kangaroo is jacked. He's like this muscular.
It was a crazy video.
He puts him in a another kangaroo in a headlock. Takes him down.
So you're watching all guys start
I want more of that. I want
Okay,
more
talking about distractions and consistency is getting way off track. What are some other distractions, Ignacio?
other distractions. How about your job? Anyone here have to get called into work sometimes? How about significant others?
Yep.
Anyone have a significant other that maybe is a little needy at times, or they need your help with a lot of things, stuff like that, right? Who else? TV? Television. Who said television? TV. Big. Your past. Oh, Tiffany Malott did a great training on baggage, right? On baggage. We're all carrying lots of baggage.
How do you let go?
How do you let go? Self-talk, right? Not having a visualized plan. Good.
Just not feeling up to.
How about just your energy levels? How many of us feel tired a lot?
Yeah.
Fatigued and drained. A lot of times we want to sleep more because our bodies are fatigued because either we're not eating properly, we're not exercising properly, or the biggest one, the number one, is constant daily stress. We're constantly, because if you talk to the medical practitioners, the good ones, the whole holistic practitioners that are not just looking at prescribing medications, but evaluating what's going on with your body, your central nervous system, and brain chemistry, and all that, we are constantly in a state of fight or flight in every aspect of our life. We're constantly stressed out. We're always worried about what's going to happen next and this and that. We were never designed to be like that. Fight or flight was for emergency situations, the dinosaurs coming, right? And I got to get out of here, right? But we're slowly in that state of mind constantly, and our bodies don't even know how to handle that constant state of stress. So then we try and sleep, but we can't because we're so stressed out. We don't get a good night's sleep, and we wake up and we're tired, and then the cycle continues.
Yeah. Health issues.
Health issues. And a lot of that results from stress, right? So, we can't solve all your problems in 20 minutes, okay? But we can definitely help you out with some aspects of this challenge we have with maintaining consistency. But I'm going to put it into terms of your business, if that's okay? Because I really want to help you, because here's the thing. Money doesn't solve everything, but it definitely can lubricate your life a little bit, right? Yes. Dilly who lady's not here, great. Anyway, so would we all agree that having maybe some more finances could solve some of our challenges in life?
Yeah.
Would you be able to eat all organic and healthier if you had more money?
Yeah.
Okay. Would you be able to take more frequent vacations if you had more money?
Yeah.
Would you be able to afford the gym membership if you had more money? Right?
Yes.
So we'll start with money because it's an easy place to start. It's not the only thing that we need to work on, but finances does affect every aspect of our life, correct? So we're going to start with finances, and we're going to start with Secret being a vehicle to improve your finances. Want to draw my quadrant?
Oh, no, keep drawing quadrant. Yeah.
All right. Oh, no.
I forgot about the quadrant, sorry.
All right, wait.
I was, never mind.
Do we have another?
We don't have any.
That's it?
Yeah.
Okay. So, Steve, this is going to look familiar. All right. So, in your business, here's the first mistake people make. They don't realize that it takes time. Here is time. Here is money. You notice that here's time is 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. Guys, network marketing is typically a 5-year plan. 3 to 5, depending on your previous experience and what you've accomplished in the past, your mindset, and all the deprogramming that needs to be done to help most people have success. Because most people are not trained mentally for success. We're trained to be employees and be little worker bees and go in and do what we need to do and not think outside the box. So, the first year, you're working a lot on yourself and your business for a little return. For a little return. And by the way, this is not just network marketing. Ask any traditional business owner. James, the first year you had your restaurant, were you rolling in the dough, just wiping your butt with $100 bills?
I was rolling in minus bills.
Right? Who else has owned a traditional business? Ant City. First year you were operational, you were still pretty far in debt. Right? Guys, that's called business. Second year, you know what? What's cool about network marketing is that because it grows exponentially and it's a team building business model, you can put in less time and you're going to see even more money. Less time, more money, less time, more money, less time, more money, to the point where, 5 years from now, you're going to be seeing incredible income without having to put the same time in you did over here. But here's the biggest factor. Consistency. Most of you might have been around for 4 years, but you're not on this track yet. You're not here yet because you stopped here. Restarted, and then restarted, and then restarted, and then restarted, and then restarted. You guys ever went to the gym for a couple of weeks? Is it painful when you first get started? Yeah. Are you really sore? Anyone ever had those days where like you worked your chest and arms and you couldn't even really drive very well. Like you're like, you can't even cross over and turn your steering wheel, right? But if you stay consistent with working out, does the pain go away? What happens if you start working out like a couple weeks, it's painful and you're like pushing through it, then you stop working out. Then you go start again in another month or two. Is it painful again?
Yeah.
Guys, you're doing the same thing in your business. It's painful to keep restarting in your business.
So I can't remember at peak if it was Zach Cheney or Ben Bradshaw. I feel like it was Zach Cheney. But he kind of touched on this during his training, because he touched on starting and stopping, because you're bronze and you stop, and then he said you're building to get to bronze, and then you build to get to bronze, and then you can build to get to bronze, and you keep building to get to bronze because you keep stopping, and when you stop, so goes your momentum. So you're starting essentially from square one. So every time you're trying to hit a rank, you're trying to hit the same rank over and over and over, because once your volume falls, your rank falls. And instead of maintaining that volume and that consistency and that work and the activity to go to bronze, from bronze to silver, you're going back to bronze, and you're going back to bronze, and you're going back to bronze. Does that make sense?
There's some people that are in their, because we've only been around for 4 years. There's some people that are in their second, third, fourth year in this business, and they're wondering, why am I still putting in a lot of time and not getting more money? The simple answer is 9 out of 10 times it's your personal consistency in working your business. You can't work your business and then stop and then expect the money to keep coming in. When you're in your first year, second year, you got to keep pushing. You got to stay focused. And I'm not talking about, 8 hours a day, 10 hours a day. I'm talking about, guys, 10 hours a week. How many of you right now, honestly in the room, if you look at the last 4 weeks, 8 weeks, let's say last 12 weeks in your business, that's 3 months. 12 weeks in your business have consistently put in a minimum of 10 hours in your business.
Nice.
Okay? So for those of us that didn't raise our hands, don't wonder why you're not where you want to be, because you just answered your question. You didn't consistently put in it's like you want to go to the gym a couple of weeks, take a break, and still retain the muscle. It doesn't work like that.
You ever notice how quickly when you stop going to the gym, how fast you lose that muscle?
Mm-hmm.
It's the same with your business.
So here's what happens in our business. We start off really excited, right? And then we go through what's called the emotional roller coaster.
Women.
Yay.
Women, we have no idea what he's talking
Oh
about.
my
No.
Shoot. So this is when you get started. You see the vision, right? And then what happens? Someone tells you no. Oh my God, the world is crumbling. Life is over.
We were for sure going to do it.
Because you guys were all betting on those 2 people that were going to help you get to $1 million. Like, man, if I just get these 2. It's true. It is. We always have that too. I was just talking to my friend. A lot of you know I was out in Denver. I was out in Denver for an entire week helping our team build out there. And my buddy was like, I really thought I was going to bring in he had his list of 5 people. These were the 5, man. He knew they were getting on board. And only 2 out of the 5 came on board. He was shocked. I said, man. That's the way I know. Okay, so then what happens is you keep coming to the events, and all of a sudden, guess what? You get a VIP. Yes, this thing works again. It's awesome. You were not liars. This is not a scam, because I got a VIP until your VIP stops ordering. Oh, no more orders. The world is ending again. Right? You stop talking, because I'm not going to keep reaching out to these people. They're only going to order once. I'm just going to stop doing everything, because, it's just not worth it. But then your upline or your sponsor calls you up and says, hey, we're doing an event, David Yanamine, it's going to be a lot of fun. Why don't you come out? You need some positive environment. I'm watching on Facebook. You definitely need some positivity. Why don't you come out? And you get all jacked up again, and then you call your friend who wasn't ready over here, but now they're ready, and they become an agent and get excited again, right? Then that agent stops working, and no more agent, and you get depressed again. And this is what happened. Down here, typically you stop doing your activity. You stop. Let me ask you a question. Your goals are right here, okay? These are your solutions, your goals. Everything's going good. This is all the rejection, all the problems. If I'm looking here, what is my back to? If I'm looking here, what is my back to? Can I look at both of them from here? No. You got to be focused on one or the other. You can't be focused on your goals if you're back here looking at the problems and the challenges. You got to stay focused on one or the other. Okay? I'm not saying these don't happen. Address them and then get back to the solution. Here's what will happen if you stay consistent with your activity and your business, consistent. You will be able to handle these better. Your lows will no longer feel as low, and your highs will be bigger and better. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Because this is your, what do you call it, baby? Progressive
linear growth.
Linear growth.
Yeah.
Okay. So that all sounds well and good, right? How do you accomplish that? Right? How do you accomplish that? Our business is simple. Okay. Consistent activity, and we call it the 4 Ps in Team Sharoni.
Team Sharoni!
Right? It's Team Sharoni. What's the first P?
Not team.
Personal development.
Ethan.
Personal activity.
Personal activity. Okay? Personal activity is what? Sharing the product, sharing the opportunity. Sharing the product, sharing the opportunity. If you don't know how to share the products and share the opportunity, you get them into an environment where someone else can do what? Share the products and share the opportunity, right? If you don't know how to get someone to an environment where they can share the product, share the opportunity, talk to the person who brought you on board and learn how to invite someone to an environment where they can share their products and share the opportunity. It's really like, I know it sounds stupid simple, but that's what it is. It's so simple. You just consistently, every single day, get in front of people, whoever you can, share the product, share the opportunity, preferably 2 a day, minimum 6 a week. 2 a day is gold, right? So personal activity, and then how do we get better at our personal activity? Personal development, personal growth and development.
I have a question.
Yes.
Is that actual numbers?
What's that?
Like 2 a day, minimum 6 a week, and you see consistent growth.
Absolutely. And it depends on what your goals are personally and how much time you have. If someone's full-time in this business, they should be getting the products and opportunity in front of a minimum of 10 people a week. Someone is part-time, 4 to 6, minimum 4 to 6. And that's what our whole, and that's doable. I'm talking about 6 people a week. That's 1 a day. Get in front of 1 person a day, Starbucks, spa party, here, whatever environment you can. You know, I see James shaking his head too. He knows it's not that much, guys. It's just most people are inconsistent because we get distracted, because we get disappointed by the rejection, right? So personal growth and development. Number 3, plug in to events, because events get you recharged. Therese, what's the importance of events?
What isn't the importance of events?
No,
I'm serious, you guys. You know, it's really important to be here. You know, not only because I was just having this conversation with Bianca and Dan outside. You know, where do you have the opportunity to invite someone out to take a look at your business and sit down with them and have somebody else do all of the presenting for you? New agents, this is really critical for you guys because you're still learning and developing your skills. You're honing in on what is necessary to be done. You don't have to worry so much about what is the right thing to say and what is not the right thing to say at this moment in time when you're so new in your business, because you're getting your prospects to an event where an expert is going to share the products and the opportunity. You don't have to do anything, so it takes that pressure off of you because now you've got third party. Also, for the veteran agents, it's not just about hearing the same information over and over and over. You know, really what it should do is reignite some things inside of you. It should give you some valuable lessons and some things as far as, you know, how to, you know, work your business. I don't think anybody in this room right now, including Tony and myself, are exactly where we want to be. So I don't, to sit in a room and say, well, I've heard this information before. You know what, when I'm making $6 million a year, I'll say, well, I've heard this information before. But for now, guess where my butt is every Monday? It's in these seats, because there's something to be learned for everybody. And if you're not learning, you're not growing. You should always be humble enough to be teachable.
Guys, I've been doing this presentation for 4 years for Business Briefing. I help John and Tiffany a lot craft the business briefing that you see. And I'm not saying that to be like, oh, wow, look at me, because it was really rough when we first started. But the reason I'm saying that is because I still take notes on the business briefing that I could do literally in my sleep, word for word. Because there were some things that Ignacio did today that I love. I was like, man, I want to incorporate that into my presentation. I like the way he delivered this. I like that joke. There was some stuff that Sharice said that I hear Sharice constantly. We live together. We practice the presentations together. And I was like, man, she really hit it on the head there. This, and the other thing. Man, I love the way she really focused on the existing customer base today. Like didn't she kill that with the existing global? I was like, man, right? All right, okay, here we go.
Something else, you guys quick before we move forward, I wanted to touch on this before. So personal growth. So if you're staying consistent with your activity in your business, right, and you're plugging in, what is going to happen along with it is the personal growth. Because if you're consistent with your business, you're going to be consistent with personal growth. It goes hand in hand in this company, in this business. So when you get to these lows here, like Tony mentioned, eventually, through that linear growth, these no's aren't going to be matters. No's aren't going to be no's. They're going to be not now. They're going to be maybe some other time. But they're not going to be no's. So if you're staying consistent in your activity, you're going to be also staying consistent in your personal development, which is going to get you to bypass these no's, because the world won't be ending. And that's where you'll see not just, the less time, more money, but, from a growth standpoint, you're going to be a whole different person at the same time.
Yeah, absolutely. Personal growth and development, your audios, your books, the YouTube videos, every day. Steve is, in my opinion, one of the most experienced people in the realm of personal development. He gets into like hypnosis, subconscious, like all sorts of, exactly. He's like a David Blaine. I saw him vanish one time, right? So, but guys, it's consistent. Personal development that helps you handle the ups and downs. It's consistent activity that generates the results and helps you build a massive organization. And plugging into events helps feed all that, but the biggest one that Sharice and I like to focus on is pursuing your real passion, which is another way of saying, why are you doing secret? That's what it comes down to, guys. Why are you doing secret? A lot of you that are stuck right now in your business and you're inconsistent with your activity, it's because you forgot why you got started in the first place. You forgot what got you so fired up and inspired and motivated to invest money into an opportunity and to go out there and crush it. Because there's people sitting in this room right now that when they first started, they came out of the gate swinging. It was like, holy moly, where these people come from? But guess what? You hit some ups and you hit some downs and the activity stopped. And then you got restarted and the activity stopped. And you got restarted and the activity stopped, right? And eventually you stop remembering why you started in the first place, and you just know you're supposed to restart because you're supposed to restart. It just becomes just this process of stopping and starting and stopping and starting because that's what you know you're supposed to do, but you forgot why. Why are you even doing this in the first place?
I would say the other reason is because you're looking at somebody in year 4 and you're in year 1, going, why am I not?
Yes, comparing yourself. That's right. That's huge.
So we're going to help everyone right now remember the reason why they got started with Secret. Why they decided they wanted to start a home-based business. So right now we're going to take an exercise. We're going to take 30 seconds. I want everyone, pen on paper, to write down the reasons, and lots of times it's multiple reasons why you started with Secret. Short-term or long-term. Why did you start a secret business? Why did you start a home-based business? Or if you're a brand new agent, why are you interested in learning more about starting your own business? What are the things that you want to utilize Secret to accomplish? Start writing, 30 seconds. And then we're going to take 3 volunteers to help expand on this, to show you guys really what we want to dive into. Because if you don't really have a great grasp of why you're doing this business, if it's not something that touches your soul and you know, interacts with your heart, and is you know, if there's no emotional attachment to it, you're just going to start and stop and start and stop until you get tired of it, and then you're going to quit, and then you're going to find something else. You're going to start and stop, and you're going to start and stop until you quit, then you're going to try something else. Until after about 3 to 5 companies, you're going to say network marketing doesn't work. And I'll tell you right now, network marketing works.
You know.
I'm just saying, it works. All right, go ahead and stop there. So who feels comfortable sharing some reasons why they're doing Secret? And yes, we're going to continue to kind of peel back some layers. You probably will cry at some point in time. Okay. You cry all the time. That's one. We have 1 volunteer. 2, and okay. So for those of you that we didn't get a chance, I apologize, but we're going to take these 2 right here just for time's sake. Okay. So I want you to pick. Look at the list. I'm sure you have more than one thing, right? What is the most significant thing on that list? What is the most important thing on that list? Because there's other things that are like great and this is just good, but what's like the one that you know like this is the most important? Paige?
I want to help kids or teenagers, whatever you call it, with depression or suicidal tendencies through motivational speaking and finding their passion, because I don't feel enough people have a passion in life.
All right, great.
Sort of similar to, but I want to just inspire everybody to be the type of person that they are.
Just want to help my mom and my brother.
Okay, so I want you guys to pay attention to these because you're probably going to see that.
What's your name, honey?
Emmanuel.
You're probably going to see very similar types of things on your list. Maybe you want to retire your mom. You want to purchase your first home. You want to do something for your kids, right? But I want you to also look at, Paige did a great job of being a little more specific. But still, this is very general. This is very general. And that's okay because we got to start somewhere, right? Let's start with Emmanuel. What do you want to help your mother and brother with? Specifically, what do you want to do?
More like I don't want them to work as hard anymore. So I basically want to give them the opportunity to actually just be part of all that. And
so you don't want them to work at all?
Not as hard as they're working.
Okay. So you don't want them to work as hard.
Correct.
Okay. But what does that mean exactly? What is your definition of hard work? Why is it something you don't want them to do?
I've been in corporate world for like 20 years.
Okay.
I think. Started at the
How old are you, bro?
57. No.
Recover!
I just give her. All right. So, okay. So, what do you see them doing?
Well, I know the path that I took.
Okay.
And with her, it was like she worked all her life, same thing at the top, and now she can't. And I did the same thing, and now my brother's following suit. It's just, for me, it was more like, the defining moment was, I just moved from New York.
Okay.
And I'm working at Lexus right now. And I saw my boss was like, oh, you're gonna be great at this. And the manager was like, yeah. And following week, we had a great month in February. Following week, I just looked at him. I saw his face. And he was like, I don't want to go back there anymore.
You saw like how he was stressed.
Yeah. And I've been there. Like, I've been on
unhappy
top, stressed, and I saw the path.
So
we're getting to something here. And now we're really getting to something because what you pretty much are saying is that you've experienced corporate America and how stressful it is. Now, what are some of the things that the stress has done to you that you felt like in a negative way? what is stress done to you? Because we all deal with stress, but why was it so bad that you wouldn't want to deal with it? I mean, I'm sure the money's.
Well, it knocked me out again. Like I couldn't handle it. So we started cutting corners, and family became not even secondary. That won't really exist.
Okay.
You lose track of who you are.
Okay. So loss of identity.
Yeah. Then you wake up one day, you're like, yeah, everything go wrong.
So what Emmanuel just said is he wants to help his mom and his brother. But really it sounds like you've experienced some traumatic types of experiences in corporate America, losing your identity, being so stressed out that you no longer take pride in what you do for a living. Having to lose, how did it make you feel to not be around your family, man?
Well,
how did it feel to be working so much?
You only realize after, when you like completely down, and then you realize that what happened to everybody else, and you realize that actually you don't really like anybody else.
Wow.
So you only realize all those things after. That makes sense.
It does.
Yeah.
do you see how that was a lot different than I want to help my mom and my brother? Now, let me ask you, Emmanuel, how many times have you really, really thought about this and written down the specific things you want to help your mother and brother with? We have to drill down to the specifics. That makes them real. A general statement of I want to help my mom, I want to help my brother, I want to help my friends, I want to help my family, that doesn't really mean anything until you know the deeper layers. You want to start.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, let's swap those. I want to give a reason.
I do it. I do it good. I do it. I got this.
Training.
All right. All right, Mrs. Spidey. So you want to inspire others to become better. So why?
Because I see the world isn't going to become a better place unless everybody else realizes how good they are. And until I got with this company, I had no idea how good a person I was. And I want everybody else to feel that way.
So somewhere within this community, you felt inspired to become a better person. And because of that, you want to go out and help other people become live up to the potential that they maybe don't even possibly know that they have inside of them. Okay. So not enough people know their potential. And she was, what's that? Or their self-worth. And she was also inspired through this community. What specifically inspired you in this community?
So these are going to cry.
Oh, I don't cry. I don't like crying in front of people. I don't like crying, period. Oh, come here and give me a damn hug, will you? Somebody's like my other daughter. She is. Okay. So, man, I'm really emotional to finish this one. You want to finish this one?
So Spidey, why is it, you said it's important for you to make a positive impact on people's lives because not enough people know how great they truly are, right?
Yes.
Why is it important for people to know that?
You can't change the world with one person, but you can change the world with one.
And why is changing the world?
This world is not good. I mean, like, I don't know. I just wanted to leave a legendary mark. So when I'm gone, it still continuously inspires other people.
Why is that? Why is it important for you to have that impact?
Everybody deserves to be happy and feel self-worth.
All right. My real daughter. So Paige, you want to help kids. You want to drive them through motivation and passion. Do you want to drive them and help them?
Like I was saying, I don't think enough people have passion, and just getting on the subject of depression, and during those times you just feel so alone and so helpless. But for me personally, what helped me was my passion for music and drumming. So I feel like it's having an outlet, having a way to express yourself, not feel so alone. And it may not be a person, but you don't feel so alone because you have your connection with music. And for me, drumming, I think that's so huge. That could save a person.
And you want me to read it? So
And why is that special for you? Why is that so? I mean, there's a lot of different ways you can help people,
Right.
right? There's a lot of different things that you can help people with. But why is depression and why is music? Why are those so close to you? Because it seems like that's kind of an area that you.
Right. I don't want to help people just through music because, you know, that was my thing. I want people to be passionate about things they're passionate about. But for me personally, the majority of my life, even when I was younger, even had depression, is something I always battled with. Wake up without it for the rest of my life. And I feel that when I was like a senior in high school or so, it got really bad. And I feel like if I didn't have that aspect of my life, you know, my thoughts would have taken over and I may not even.
So, the reason why we're doing this exercise, guys, is because contact and invite people. We can spend all day telling you the perfect language and how to demonstrate the salt and oil scrub and how to do a spa party.
Ingredients are in the products.
But guys, when it comes down to it, does any of that really matter? No. Because if you don't have something that drives you to the point of tears, that you are so passionate about, that connects with you on such an emotional level, you'll never do the thing anyway.
No matter what the thing is.
Whether it's secret or anything else in your life. You have to find out something that you're passionate about, something that hits so close to home that you've experienced that you never want your mom and brother to experience. You have to be so passionate about making a positive impact on this planet and helping inspire people to feel good about themselves because maybe you've battled challenges with self-esteem your entire life and you never want to see other people go through that. You want to be an outlet for them. Or maybe you've seen what depression can do in your own life, and like you said, never thought that you could wake up without it. And to know that there's a way to help other people go through it. And here's the thing, guys. You're probably wondering, how does this tie into Secret? If Secret is a vehicle that can financially take care of all of your expenses, and let's just talk about being financially free. For some people, being financially free is $2,000 to $3,000 a month. We've got people that do that in Secret in a week. Maybe for some people, like my friend, I just sat down with a gentleman out in Denver who's making $400,000 a year with Blue Cross Blue Shield. He's making $100,000 a year with another network marketing company. But he needs to make $1 million a year to accomplish some of the goals that he has. And that's why he just positioned his wife with Secret, because he sees that potential here with our company to make $1 million a year. So financial freedom for some, it's a little, for some, it's a lot. But if you don't have to worry about going to work and you could spend all of your time focused on these real passions and desires, is it worth it?
Hell yeah.
If it takes 3 years, is it worth it?
Yeah.
If it takes 5 years, is it worth it? Is it worth that consistent activity every day, even if you don't feel like doing it? Spidey, is this worth making sure you reach out to a minimum of 5 to 10 people every single day about your business? Paige, is this worth coming to every single Monday night? Manuel, is this worth reaching out to the people that you might be a little uncomfortable because this is skincare and you might be a little worried about what they think? It's got to be worth it. Otherwise, you're always going to start, then stop, start, then stop, start, then stop, because there was no reason why. There was no driving emotional force that kept you in consistent activity mode to reap the real benefits of what this profession can do.
One of the things that helped me in the beginning really fine-tune mine or finalize, the details of it was Jermaine saying that you need to ask yourself why 6 to 7 times. So if you want more money, why do you want more money, and so on and so forth, to get deep enough.
Yeah, I want to help people. Why do you want to help people? So I want to try them to, they're so valuable. Why? Why do you want to try them? Because not enough people are doing it. Why aren't people doing it? Keep asking, keep asking, keep digging, keep digging. And here's the thing: when you get to what you feel is a really good foundation of why you're doing this business, why you're really doing this business. Some suggestions for you. Write it down on a 3x5 card, and you gotta read it in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening. Every time you don't feel like doing something, pull it out. If you can get a picture, because we think in pictures more than words as human beings. We can visualize things. I actually got away from it. But for many, many years, I had pictures of Sharice and Paige and my mom and my brother and my father. And if I felt like putting something off, if I didn't feel like doing it, if I was worried about reaching out to someone that I was intimidated by, if they had more success or whatever, I'd pull out those pictures and I'd look at their faces. And I remind myself, this is why I'm doing it. This is why I'm doing it. And you can't look at a picture of your child or your mom or your fiance and put it down and say, nah, screw it. If you can do that, then you got some bigger challenges that I don't know if I can help you with. So get it down on paper. Pictures are best. And remind yourself every single day why you're building this business, because if you know why you're building this business, the how and the what are very, very easy. Any questions? Yeah.
One thing that's constant there is the passion. And I've come from the background of 20 years in the food industry. And I'm willing to listen and buy from passion before they even know what the products are. When each one of us lead with that passion, and I've done it in businesses, I've started, I've stopped. And every single time.
You were a professional starter stopper.
I'm very good. Everybody wants to know how to start and stop. I'll be signing on. I love it. As much as it's easy to make fun of yourself, it's the passion of this thing is unbelievable. And Tony can attest to that. I mean, I've done some amazing things with this company, and then, we just get distracted. It's as if this training was made for me tonight. It was.
I didn't even know you were going to be here, by the way.
Right. But I reached out. You guys didn't even see me slapping their fingers several times tonight. So honestly, the passion in this too, the secret is going to be secondary. It just so happens the products are amazing. As Kenny had said, lead with the passion. It's so powerful. It stopped this room quiet. Everybody was just involved. So lead with that.
Any other questions? I know we're going a couple minutes over here. Yeah.
Can we do this again?
We can do it one-on-one too.
Yeah.
And help people drill down. If anyone wants, you guys should know by now that Sharice and I are here at your disposal. How many of you have reached out to Sharice and I on a personal level? How many of you have got response from us pretty quickly and know that we're here for you? It's not just something we say in front of the room and then we disappear. Only you. Last but not least, guys, if you're out there working your business, it really helps to share your reason why with the people that you're talking. When you're talking with someone about your business, they care less about what you're doing and more about why you're doing it. You sit down, it goes back to the video. Yes. What's going to make more of an impact that Paige is telling me how amazing the salt and oil scrub is and how great this eye serum is going to be for me, or the fact that she's using Secret as a vehicle so that she can help on a full-time basis, help kids with motivation, passion, and deal with depression. What am I going to support more? Some soft hands or her mission?
You know, something we talked about too last week, guys, when I did the training on law of attraction, was belief. And, you know, the more you share your reason why, the more you believe the reasons you're doing it. And not only does that belief go up, but like Tony just kind of mentioned, if you're telling, you know, 50 people, you know, a month, here because I want to retire my mother, and then a year and a half from now, you're with the other thing, or not with anything, right? Like, because you told your goals and your dreams to so many people, you're more likely to hit and strive for those goals, to achieve those goals. Because why? Because you not only don't want to let the person that you know that person down that you said that you were going to retire from whatever you were going to retire them from, but how is that going to look on you, right? When you say I'm passionate about this company because I'm going to retire my mom from this, and all of a sudden, like, you know, here today, gone tomorrow, or you stop and you just never accomplish your dreams. But the more you say it, the more you believe it. The more you believe it, the more likely you are to achieve it. And the more you tell other people, the more accountable they're going to hold you. So you're more than likely to hit that goal and hit that dream, and have your why, you know, be something that is achievable for you.
All right, guys. Well, that's it. We want to thank you so much for. I
have one really quick announcement, guys. I'm going to be having a sign-up sheet. I'm looking for more agents to participate on Monday nights with the demonstration tables outside.
Yes, we need more help with demonstration tables, with ushering, with audio visual, with everything, guys.
Yes.
You know, there's a lot that goes into these events, and anyone that can volunteer to help out, even if it's just one song.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, guys, it's just, if anybody's interested, please come up here, and I'm just going to need your name and number so I can reach out to you to get you in the lineup for Monday night product demoing. Okay? Thank you.
Yeah, we can